Hey there, this is Zero. Welcome back or welcome to the fourth episode of my Best of Loathing Let's Play series. So let's continue by shooting the continue sign. Alright, here we are in the town of Boring Springs. The last time we gathered all the horses for the horse guy, and in the meantime I got some great tips. One of them was here in options. I want to disable automatically spend experience points so we can decide for ourselves what we want to level, and yeah, it choose our own destiny. Alright, and if you click on the character and on any stat, on the left side on the info screen there will actually be a description of what it's about, so I can finally know what gumption or glamour are for. So I'm just gonna pick the first one and will go down the list. Alright, muzzle is a measure of how beefy you are. It affects how much damage you do when you hit stuff and how much damage you take when you get hit. Mysticality. This is your mysticality. It affects the amount of damage you do with spells and the amount of damage you take from spells and elemental attacks from bad guys. Let's see, Moxie. You've got Moxie Cat, and this is how much of it. Moxie affects how much damage you deal when shooting and how much damage you take when getting shot. Okay, Grit. The extent to which you are truly gritty. The higher it is, the tougher you will be. Gumption. Your level of get up and get it done. The higher it is, the quicker you are. So it's like initiative in Pokemon games, alright. Glamour. Glamour is your appreciation of the finer things in life. As it increases, you'll be able to consume more cocktails and you'll also be able to afford them. Nice. A cocktail would be really helpful, no? Deadeye. I think that's the same as in Red Dead Redemption. You are crackshot. You can bullseye a bullseye at 300 paces. You can shoot a fish in a barrel, even if the fish is really small and the barrel is really big. Yeah, kinda like in Red Dead Redemption. Hornswoggling. You're a city slicker and a witty trickster. Lockpicking expertise 1 of 3. Well, that's self-explanatory. They ain't yet invented a lock that will keep you out. Our combat skills we saw last time in combat, so I'm gonna skip these. And my favorite perk, stupid walking. When you were a child, you wanted to walk so badly. You finally have. Alright, so then let's check our inventory to see what we have to do. We have 2 recovered mugs we can give to the bartender. And we have the nurse brand whiskey we should give to Doc Alice. Alright. I keep stepping in horse waste, so I gonna first shovel this before I step even more in it. Some loose dirt, dig it up. Somebody buried a mug here. You got an item, recovered mug. Alright, now we can give 3 mugs to the bartender. Oh, here's the sheriff. I completely ignored it for now. So maybe let's head in there too soon. Alright, first the mugs. Howdy, good to see you again, Hoss. You tip your head to the bartender. I found these mugs. Much obliged. You hand in the recovered mugs and collect your bounty. You gain 75 meat. Thanks. You tip your head again. I just thought I'd say howdy. The bartender smiles. Well then, mission accomplished, I reckon. Okay, let's take our leave and give Doc Alice this important whiskey bottle. Get lost. Let's offer some whiskey. Whiskey delivery for you, Doc. What brand? Nurse whiskey. Your favorite, I'm led to believe. Didn't know she makes house calls. Alright, hold on. You hear a rattle as she unlocks the door. Let's enter the house. Doc Alice's house. Oh, she looks real sad. And the barrels with TNT shouldn't be so near the fireplace. Wow, shouldn't this be further away from the fireplace? Yeah, as I said, that looks pretty unsafe. Here's a stove. The stove is spotless. Either she really is compulsive about cleaning or she never cooks, alright? Hey Doc, can I look at your books? Not until you give me that whiskey you promised me. Okay, fine. Alright, and what is this? A mirror? This vanity doesn't look like it sees much use. Let's preen a little. You grab a pair of tweezers and pluck some of your more unsightly eyebrows. Ah, we are looking handsome again. Yeah, I keep walking in them, so let's talk to her. Doc Alice looks to be about in her 50s. Her hair is graying and her face is lined, but her eyes are still clear and sharp, if bloodshot. She holds out her hand. Whiskey, stat. Let's give it to her. She cracks open the whiskey and fills a small flask she takes out of her pocket. Then she puts the flask back in her pocket and starts chugging out of the bottle. Geez, Doc, that doesn't seem healthy. Who's the doctor here? Me or you? Okay, point taken. Alright, can we talk to her again? Doc Alice continues to pour whiskey down her neck, occasionally stopping to breathe. Is everything alright? That depends on how fast I can this whiskey into my bloodstream compared to how fast my liver filters it out, and I can't talk and drink at the same time, so she glares at you meaningfully. So what's the matter, Doc? What's the matter? The whole world's gone to hell in a horse cart and you ask what's the matter? Bandits, cow demons, dead men walking. Why don't you go ahead and pick one and I'll drink to that? Dead men walking? You haven't seen it? Corpses and skeletons staggering around like puppets with half their strings cut, looking to take a bite out of the living. Oh yeah, there was a skeleton in the cemetery. It's nice to get some outside confirmation that I'm not losing my damn mind, but how is that even possible? It isn't possible. It goes against everything I know about medicine. Dead patients don't get back up. Patients? Oh, ouch. Doc Alice turns away, grimacing. Every doctor loses one now and again. You never get used to it, but well, it happens. But what doesn't happen is them coming back afterward and looking for revenge. That must be pretty rough. Rough, buddy, I don't think you comprehend the situation. It's not just patient, it's neighbors, friends, husbands, indeed. She turns away from you and focuses her attention back on the bottle. Okay, can we talk to her again? Doc Alice sighs exasperatingly. What now? Do you have any idea what's causing the resurrections? And the second option is, what's the deal with all the TNT? Yeah, let's ask this first before we blow up. It's so when I feel like I'm about to go, I can blow myself into bits so small there won't be nothing left to come back. That seems drastic. Drastic? Hell, no way I'm taking the risk of becoming one of those things. Fair enough, I suppose. Alright, so there was another option, so just walk into her again. Doc Alice sighs exasperatedly, or what, however this is pronounced. What now? Do you have any idea what's causing these resurrections? Well, I heard a rumor. A rumor? What is it? It's when you get incomplete information from an unverified source. Anyway, what I heard is that there's a fella out west that's causing it. A necromancer, they call him. Supposedly he's sending magic out into the world somehow. Magic like the beanslingers use? I never heard of any beanslinger raising the dead. Have you? Her scowl deepens. That'd be one hell of a can of beans. Alright, let's try to talk to her again. Doc Alice sighs exasperatedly. One time I will get it. What now? About that necromancer. Assuming he exists, what about him? Well, maybe someone ought to try and stop him. Doc Alice gives you a sharp look. You? Because I know you ain't talking about me. Why not you? A grey-haired old woman that knows as much about fighting as a squirrel knows surgery. Did you hit your head on a bar stool, kid? You aren't that old. And if I were gonna pick someone to go up against a necromancer, it'd be someone who also knows about death, but in a scientific way. A doctor, right? Doc Alice stares hard at you and takes a swig from her bottle, saying nothing. And it sounds to me like you've got plenty of motivation to get the job done for your friends and everyone. She continues to look at you. You can see the gears turning in her head. It beats doing nothing anyway. Beats locking yourself in a house full of TNT and drinking yourself to death. You aren't even doing any doctoring anymore. She winces and looks away. Then she shakes her head slowly. You seriously expect me to ride out west by myself, chasing a rumor? Doesn't have to be by yourself. I'm heading west too. Take along with me and maybe we can find a guy and put a stop to him. It's crazy. Impossible. Impossible like raising the dead is impossible. Alice crosses her arms and regards you thoughtfully. A spark slowly brightens in her eyes. Alright, kid. What the hell? Let's give it a shot. Cool. Okay. Can we talk to her more? Just let me know when you're ready to leave. I'll wait here. Alright. Okay, now we have no more dialogue, so we can go out and maybe it's time to give the sheriff a visit. So, this seems like a cell. Oh, here's a clue. Wanted for bird theft. Nate Mike Bernstein. Reward 200 meat. Help wanted. Wanted poster artist. Apply in person at the Yuma Marshal's office. Wanted. Bimmy Fricker for face thieving. Reward 420 meat. Right, let's talk to the sheriff. Howdy, stranger. Welcome to Boring Springs. I'm the sheriff in these parts. The what? He sighs. The sheriff, okay? Blasted sign painters. Say, you wouldn't happen to be looking for work, would ya? As a matter of fact, I am. Great, cause I happen to have some. There's a gang of hoodlums round here what call themselves the Fricker Gang. Last time I arrested one of them, they busted him out and took my cellar with them. It ain't much good without the door. And I need somebody tough, smart, and or slick to go fetch it back for me. Why don't you do it? You're the sheriff after all. I gotta stay here and practice my chair tipping. Okay, I'll give it a shot. Funny you should say that, cause I'm sending the deputy along with you to keep you out of trouble. He takes a pistol out of his desk and hands it to you. You got an item? Deputy pistol. Deputy? You deputized a gun? You're new in town. Maybe you ain't noticed. But there ain't much to do here except drinking. Here, let me write down where the Fricker Gang's hideout is for you. He makes a little note on your map. You discovered a new map location, the Fricker Gang's hideout. Got it. I'll be back with the door. Alright, so let's see our inventory. And we have a deputy pistol on the left. This pistol was deputized during one of the sheriff's most recent benders. Alright, now to the map and our new location, the Fricker Gang's hideout. Let's try to retrieve this door. So there's a guy sleeping with a unibrow. What can we do? Fat Fricker, the Fricker Gang's interpret lookout, appears to be taking a little nap. Wake him up, just shoot him or ignore him. That's a tough one, but I will pick something I don't usually pick. Let's shoot him. That doesn't seem very sportsman-like. You sure you wanna do that? No, I'm not, but I'm going forward with it anyway. Yes. Really? You're just going to gun down a hapless sleeping man in cold blood? Cold is the only blood I have. Shoot him. He's just a kid. Oh man. Everybody dies. Pull the trigger. Dang, partner, you got a perk. Ruthless. Leave. Alright, let's check out the perk. You are a cold-blooded killer and people can see it in your eyes. It's often the last thing they see, in fact. Ruthless option will be available in some situations. Alright. Oh, that's a cactus. It's a beer barrel cactus. Requires foraging. Yeah, we have no foraging skill. It's a pile of random stuff the Fricker Gang stole. Finders keepers. You gain 25 meat, you got an item, recovered mug. You got an item, pair of silver cufflinks. Alright. Hit 3 guys, one in the bathtub. What can we do with him? One of the Freaker's boys is dozing in a bathtub. We can drown him. Can you pass the soap? Or we can't disturb him. I don't want to drown him. Drowning is awful, so I'm gonna pick option number 2. Maybe we get something. He mumbles and hands you a bar of soap before sinking deeper into both sleep and the tub. You got an item, bar of soap. Cool. Can we do anything else with him? Okay. We can drown him still, but let's not disturb him. I don't want to drown people. You cautiously approach the Fricker gang. They are pretty engrossed in the poker game, so it doesn't actually require that much caution. You hide behind a barrel and eavesdrop on their conversation for a while. The one with the eye patch is quiet, but you gather that his name is Snipe, and that the squirrely one is his brother Wimpy. What's your play here? Shoot one of them in the back, approach them and talk, leave without alerting them. Oh, we are ruthless, we are not drowning people, but we for sure shoot people in the back. You draw your pistol and execute the one with the eye patch. His brother screams, jumps behind a barrel and starts firing at you wildly. Okay, this shouldn't take long. Got the jump on him. Okay, firstly, let's deploy a snake, because shooting only will harm the barrel, and I like snakes, so snake it is. Oh, one hit at the barrel. Okay, then let's see. Shooting will deal 11 to 12 damage. 11, sorry, 11 was German. 11 to 12 damage. Sword 6 to 7. Giving up is the same as losing, so we are not gonna do that. You will deal... yeah, we are gonna shoot it. Him. Oh, he's really bad at aiming, so let's shoot him again. And he's sleeping now. Victory! Press any key to continue. The leaders of the Fricker gang are dead by your hand. The sheriff will be proud of you, though you're not sure how your mother would feel. You gain 10 experience points. Time to recover the sheriff's door. Alright, let's see here. There's a mug on the table. Let's take it. A pile of the Fricker's ill-gotten gains. Let's take them. Waterhole, you gain 15. And that is the sailor. Got it, this should go back to the sheriff as soon as possible. You got an item, sheriff's cell door. Alright, let's see. We have the cell door. The door from Boring Springs jail's only cell. And we have a bar of soap. Dr. Sveckleton's Pure Castile soap. Where this comes from, they call it soap. Yeah. Alright, so we let him sleep and return to the town of Boring Springs. Alright, back to the sheriff. I see the Fricker gang hasn't put a stop to your briefing. Did you rescue my cell door? You hand the sheriff his door and he hangs it back on his hinges. Nice work, stranger. This here prison cell just got about 4 times more secure. Are there any Fricker boys left for me to round up? Yeah, 1 or 2 that's there asleep on the job. I'll go round them up shortly then. Looks like I owe you a reward. He produces a big bag of meat. You gain 400 meat. Got another little task for you, if you got the time. Should be a lot simpler than the last one. What you need? Well, the Frickers busted the lock when they took the door. Gonna need a new lock. I keep an eye out. Alright. And this is this. The cell looks so much better with the store back in place. More Sally. Alright. Then I will pause this game here. And this was the 4th episode. As always, thanks for watching. And auf Wiedersehen.